Harper Audio presents Destination Chile by Katy Colins, read by Rachael Louise Miller. Chapter 1. Glean. Verb. To find out. Do you really need another candle? Ben asked, pushing our overflowing trolley through the winding aisles of IKEA. I'd stopped to sniff the warming scent of a pale green stumpy candle and stared at him as if he'd just asked me if I ever got tired of eating chocolate. You can never have too many candles. Everyone knows that. Well, if it makes you happy, I guess. I just don't see the point in buying things to then set fire to. It's like you are literally burning money. He laughed, shaking his head. Although the question is, are they called gronkula or fardful or even nutstorp? I mean, that could change everything. He put on a terrible Scandinavian accent, like he had for most of the last hour, making me giggle. Actually, they're called fyrkantik, but oh my god, you're like fluent, I teased. He pushed out his chest proudly. Yep. Oh, wait, should that be ya? Come on, though, I'm starving, and you promised me meatballs. I dropped a couple more gorgeously smelly candles in amongst the fluffy white cushions, photo frames, and other practical and pretty household goods, and linked my arm around his waist. Okay, one plate of meatballs coming right up. I then bit my lip and looked at our stash. Do you reckon we've got everything we need? We literally have got everything. He let out a long groan, which I knew was hiding how much he'd actually enjoyed our jaunt through the huge warehouse that was so enormous it could be its own nation-state. I, on the other hand, had been stupidly nervous about our first couple's trip here. After all, shopping for joint furniture in IKEA was a rite of passage in any relationship, especially as the last time I'd been here with my ex, Alex, in this Swedish hellhole, as he'd called it, and we'd left with a Billy bookcase and a blazing row. We didn't speak for 2 hours after the shopping trip that I'd previously imagined to be full of excitement at building our home together, and not the fraught nightmare of bickering arguments. And that was before we'd even got to the tricky part of assembling the damn things. This time, everything was different. Ben and I had meandered through the vast shop on our first official visit. We weren't squabbling over who did the most cooking as we walked through the kitchen showroom, or awkwardly quickening our pace through the kids section. It was, well, actually fun. It was everything I'd imagined it would be before that disastrous trip with Alex. But now, 2 hours after first stepping foot in here, I realised that Ben's enjoyment levels were waning. The only time that we could both make it to come here was a Saturday, and it felt like the rest of Manchester had had the exact same idea. We shuffled along behind harassed DIYers, screaming children, and couples having heated rows under their breath over who had the better tasting curtain patterns, all diligently following the maze of yellow arrows to the exit. I reckon they need to move away from each other before these tiny, weeny pencils find themselves wedged someplace they shouldn't be, Ben had said, nodding at one older married couple who were glaring at each other with looks so vicious it seemed they might start divorce proceedings amongst the Jeff chairs and Ektorp sofas. For many people, stepping foot in here makes you suddenly realise that your partner's awful taste in soft furnishings represents all the things you despise about them, and that, really, you can't actually stand each other. I'd let out a little laugh and pulled him through one of the mystery Scooby-Doo doors, a hidden passageway to skip over the bathroom showroom completely, a trick I'd remembered the last time I'd been here, when I'd marched off in a huff after Alex had called my choice in bath mats too common. The rat maze they force you to follow is why coming here is so full of potential pitfalls for any relationship, whether new or well-established. You can't easily leave. They lie to you.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?